The Vampire Diaries, the 7 most powerful vampires ranked. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Film Sci. Number 7, Tyler Lockwood. Tyler is the first werewolf claw successfully turns into a hybrid. Tyler no longer has to go through the pain of a full moon transformation every month. Tyler is initially so grateful to Klaus for releasing him from his curse, he doesn't mind being sired to the original. He's less vulnerable than normal vampires since removing his head or heart is the only way to kill him. 2 things make Tyler a dangerous vampire: his werewolf aggression and his lack of remorse or restraint. Being a vamp brings out all of Tyler's undesirable character traits, and as Klaus's minion, Tyler turns against his friends and Caroline. Number 6, the Heretics. Because vampires are an abomination against nature, they can't be witches. Heretics manage to bypass this because as witches, they possess no powers of their own, only the ability to siphon it from others. After being turned into vampires, heretics can siphon the mystical energy from their bodies and perform magic. The 3 who figure most prominently to the story arc of Season 7 are Mary Louise, Valerie, and Nora. The heretics don't value human life, and it's their rampant feeding frenzies throughout Europe that land them in the prison world. Their mere presence turns Mystic Falls into a ghost town. Nora and Mary Louise are volatile and act impulsively, especially when they are angry with each other, which in turn create major consequences for everyone else. Therefore, it shouldn't come as a surprise that the Vampire Diaries fans hated the recurring characters so much, since their function was mainly to create chaos. Number 5, Catherine Pierce. Being strong isn't just about physicality, although being 500 years old does give Catherine Pierce an advantage over younger vamps. She is incredibly cunning, and despite her innumerable deplorable acts, there's the smallest part of her that can still elicit sympathy in others when she finds herself no longer one step ahead of a threat. Catherine's power reaches its zenith when she takes over Hell following Kate's death. She's no longer a vampire, but like Kate, she's able to leave Hell when necessary. She has untold resources thanks to all of the souls stuck there willing to do anything to escape eternal torment. Number 4, Alaric Saltman. The combination of the Gilbert ring, Elena's blood, and Esther's magic that turns Alaric into a vampire hunter is frightening enough to freak out Klaus. During multiple trips to the other side, Esther instills a deep-seated hatred of vampires and vampire sympathizers into Alaric. Esther creates Michael 2.0 through Rick and is stronger and faster than her husband, and he's tasked with wiping out every vampire in existence. He can't be killed, and his weapon, the White Oak Stake, is indestructible. Rick isn't burdened with guilt or a conscience, and he blows the lid off every cover-up in Mystic Falls, leading to the capture and torture of every vamp in town. Rick murders people before Esther turns him, and all that hatred is magnified upon his transition. Too bad Esther's witchy workaround involves Elena's life being tied to Rick, his only weakness. Number 3, Mikael Michelson. Mikael is the vampire who hunts vampires and the father of all of the original siblings except for Klaus. He only feeds on vampire blood, and he spends 1,000 years trying to kill Klaus, whom he hates because his werewolf side. Mikael's Terminator-like determination to take out his children makes him legendary. Mikael can't be killed by Klaus's hybrids, and as an original, he has the power to compel them. Mikael is cruel and lacks compassion. He's the original bully and is determined to right the wrong, and he did when unleashing a plague of mankind. He is cold-blooded enough to murder his children once and then chase them down for 1,000 years for the chance to do it again. Number 2, the Michelson siblings. In addition to being stronger and faster than all other vampires, Elijah, Rebecca, Cole, and Finn are also able to compel other vampires, another way to gain an advantage over their vampire foes, forcing them to act against their will. Ironically, the biggest threat the Michelson siblings face is from the people who created them, their parents. But if one Michelson falls, so does every vampire in their sire line. And this is an effective insurance policy. Originals can be slowed down by ordinary wooden stakes and enchanted daggers slipped in white ash, broken necks, and the occasional poison, but stopping them comes down to that stake made from the same tree that is the source of their immortality. Aside from this hard-to-produce weapon, the Michelson's Millennium of Family Dysfunction packs more punch than anything else. Number 1, Klaus Michelson. One of TVD fans' favorite villains, especially on Reddit, Klaus is an original vampire-wolf hybrid. Klaus enjoys all the benefits of being an original vampire along with the perks of being a werewolf. He creates an army of hybrids sired to provide the unwavering loyalty he feels he doesn't always get from his family. Klaus's blood is the only cure for a werewolf bite, and he uses this to manipulate both Stefan and Tyler. Klaus is indestructible except for his daddy issues and the white oak stake. Another threat emerges post Mystic Falls. Klaus daggers his siblings repeatedly, but he has a pact with Rebecca and Elijah that they'll have each other's back always and forever, so they close in ranks whenever a threat arises. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.